Hello BC, and I'm sufficiently recovered from St. Patrick's Day to do a new vinyl update for you all, and this is going to be a really special one. Yesterday I met up with the VC's Ben Costello. As I've mentioned in a couple of previous videos, myself and Ben were negotiating a purchase from a dealer in the UK. And now I'm sure Ben will be putting up his own video showing he got some fantastic stuff, and so you know, keep your eyes peeled for his next video. But I'll showcase here my half of the haul, and also an absolutely fantastic VCLT from the VC's own Jimmy Earl Of Suave, and I wasn't expecting it. It was it completely took me by surprise. So basically, I'll just say that Ben was in on it. So Jimmy has asked me not to. Basically, Jimmy's asked me not to, you know, because he is such a modest guy, you know, not to let on which records are part of his VCLT. So the following records I'm going to show you, I'll leave it up to yourselves to guess which ones he got me, basically. Okay, so let's start off. Now, this is a record which I believe that Derek Higgins has shown previously on the VC. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but it's by a band called Premjata Fornerja Marconi, and I suppose you could call them PFM for short. And this is a Italian prog album from 1974, and it is called The World Became the World. Now, I have to admit, the whole kind of Italian 70s prog is something that I wouldn't be overly familiar with. You know, previously, you know, the only kind of band from that scene that I'd really be kind of familiar with in a big way would be Goblin, primarily because of their soundtrack work for the movies of Dario Argento. But anyway, this, by the way, out of the VCLT from Jimmy and the haul, this is the only one I've managed to listen to so far, because I've been kind of cleaning the albums, and so I haven't actually, I've only gotten to listen to this one. And first off, let me just show you the sleeve. It has this die cut sleeve, as you can see, absolutely fantastic, and there's an inner which slides out like so, and let me just show you as well the label. Now this is a UK pressing, and it's on Manticore label, not a label I'm very familiar with. There you go. And this album, the lyrics are actually sung in English, interestingly enough. This is a mind-blowing album. I listened to this today, and it just blew me away. It is absolutely fantastic. And Derek, you have this. You've shown this before, so you can testify to you know, this is really good. This album. So, and it's in absolutely fantastic condition as well. The vinyl, the sleeve and the vinyl, just really splendid condition. Okay, so just bear with me, I just have to be careful putting these away because we have had some accidents in the past here during my updates. No, just wait till you see this. This is an album which I've been looking for a long time, and needs no introduction. Mighty Hawkwind and Space Ritual. This is an original UK pressing, and now it's going to be slightly difficult to show you this because I'm in a kind of a confined space here, and this camera doesn't really kind of take in a very big view, you know, but it is, I'll try and show it as best I can. Okay, so it folds out into 6 different sections. Okay, there's one. It's a pretty interesting one there with kind of a crazy Japanese type mask. Kind of spacey, kind of psychedelic kind of imagery. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, some pretty. Also some naked ladies on the back. Now, as a double album. Now, apparently it originally came with these kind of elaborate yellow sleeves. Now the sleeves are missing, unfortunately, but I mean, you know, that's a rather minor gripe because the rest of the vinyl and the sleeve are in such fantastic condition that, you know, this is just you know, that is a minor kind of a setback. So again, I haven't played this yet, but I am raring to give it a spin, as you can imagine. Now, just bear with me again. Have you guessed? Yes, which ones are part of Jimmy's VCLT? Show you the back as well, just in case you didn't see that. Recorded in Liverpool and Brixton, and this came out in 1973. An absolute classic. Now, I did. I've shown this next one I've shown on Facebook on the YouTube Facebook page, and I got quite a response. Now, okay, now this is by a band, more prog, progressive rock this time, from England, and this is by Graaf Generator. Now this is called Pawn Hearts. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is their 4th album, and I'll just show you that sleeve, the front sleeve there. That is pretty mad, isn't it? There's all these kind of historical figures, kind of floating in space, as you can see. And again on the back, kind of a spaceman. There's Jesus, kind of a, what you call them, those guards, Buckingham Palace guards, and yeah, pretty mad. Wait till you see the inner sleeve. Now, what in the name of God is going on there, I do not know. You have a bunch of guys in loon pants giving Hitler salutes in this kind of garden, which looks like it's in a big country house, and they're all standing on top of a kind of a marble table. Now, this is on the Charisma label, and let me just show you. This is on the pink scroll Charisma label. So this would be first pressing. So this would be second pressings would be the one with the Mad Hatter. You know, the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. So original Charisma pressings from around this period, around 1970, 71, 72, are on this this distinctive pink label with the scroll symbol here. So if you look out for early Genesis albums, tended to be would be on this label as well, and I think they're quite rare. They're, you know, and they are quite collectible. So I'm really pleased to get my hands on this, and that's and as you'll see, that is not the only one, which it's not the only representation from Graaf Generator. Here we go again. This is them again, Graaf Generator, and this is the album which came before Pawn Hearts, H2E, who is the only one, and again, kind of weird, kind of spacey, kind of sleeve. It's like, I don't know what that is, it's like a plough or something floating in space. Let me show you the gatefold sleeve imagery. And again, this is on the pink Charisma label, so that's also first pressing. And can I just say again that I haven't actually listened yet. I haven't had the chance yet to listen to any of these albums, so I won't be doing a kind of critical analysis of them. Okay. Now next up, now this is something which you don't see very often, very unusual. This is an album. It's actually a soundtrack album. It's from a movie from the early 70s called Gold. So it's the original soundtrack. It's on a label which I don't think I'd seen before, Mother. Now, this guy here, I think that's Richard Nixon, isn't it? It's like a photoshopped image of him, and then on the back they have this guy who kind of looks like Che Guevara, but it's not him. It's like maybe it's a scene from the movie. I don't know. There's somebody playing him, perhaps. But the principal reason why this album is of interest is that there's two tracks on it by the MC5. That's infamous proto-punk band from Detroit. Now I'll just show you. Okay. There's the disc. Now a lot of the other artists featured on it. I have to say I've never. David McWilliams, and Train Music, Barry St. John. Now the MC5. Where is it? Okay, Train Music. Yeah, that's by the MC5. If you can see it there. And the other track by them is on the other side. Okay, so Artificial Faces is the second track by the MC5, and as far as I know, I might be wrong. Correct me, anybody who knows for certain, but I think this is the only place where you can actually find those two songs. But I might be wrong on that. There we go. Now the next one, this is, well, I just cannot, this is a killer, the next one. We're staying with the MC5. This is back in the USA, and this is a UK pressing, an original UK pressing from 1970 on the Atlantic Plum label. And let me just show you it there now. There we go. Now this is really, really rare. This particular UK pressing, it was only on sale for a very short period of time. It sold very poorly, and it was deleted after being not too long on sale, so it is extremely seldom that you see this pressing. So most of the time you see the more familiar UK pressing is the reissue from 1977, which is I think it's kind of green and white and orange maybe, but this is the plum, dark plum pressing. So this is I'm really pleased I've got this, to have my hands on this. This is a grail. Okay. Moving on, now I must also add that Ben Costello, who had a hand in, he was in on the conspiracy of the VCLT, which I didn't know about until yesterday. He gave me a few things himself, a few items. Okay, this is Eberhard Weber, Yellow Fields. Now, Ben already had this copy, and but he bought a new one, one that's in slightly better condition, so he very kindly gave this one to me. It's jazz, a German jazz album. Now, Ben was telling me that some of these musicians were, one of them was in Eloy. I'm not 100% sure who was in which band now, but again, I haven't listened to this yet. Ben assures me that this is a Stone Cold jazz classic. So thanks very much for that, Ben. And I'll just show you, it is an original German pressing as well. So I'll just show you the label when we're here. It's kind of an unusual one I hadn't seen before. ECN, that kind of nice dark green label. And now still not letting on which ones are part of the haul and which ones are part of the VCLT. This is an album by Peter Green of Fleetwood Mac fame. He wrote Albatross, which he was, which is one of their, it's kind of evocative of the very early Fleetwood Mac. And as you know, the story is well known, I suppose, at this point. How he had a nervous breakdown and he left them in around about 1970, I think. This is an album from the early 80s, a solo album by Peter Green. It's called White Sky. Now this is a French pressing, and one rather interesting aspect is that a previous owner has pasted a review of the album from a French newspaper or French magazine. So there you see there now is pasted onto the back. So that's rather interesting. I think it kind of adds to it, I'll just show you the label as well. I think it's worth showing because it's kind of again it's one that I hadn't seen before. There you go. It's kind of a nice, interesting kind of a colour. Okay, and this is in absolutely brilliant condition. It looks almost near mint. The vinyl. It looks almost unplayed. So there we go. Now we're getting there. Just a few more to go. This is my Mungo Jerry of the Summertime fame, that big hit that they had back in 1970. This album is from the following year, 1971 to be precise, and it has this rather interesting gatefold sleeve, which features this rather formidable looking woman who I think reminds me a little bit of Mrs. Slocum from Are You Being Served? For anyone who's familiar with that UK sitcom. Now I'll show you the label is worth showing as well. Dawn. There we go. It's upside down. There we go. Dawn was one of those kind of seminal 70s labels, when it came to prog, and also it's got a lyric sheet as well. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you the name of it. It's called you don't have to be in the army to fight in the war. Is the full or you don't have to fight. You don't have to be in the army. That is the full title. Yes, that is the full title of it. And to show you this interesting kind of picture on the inner sleeve of kind of wartime, I think, First World War, trenches. There we go. Now, I'm really happy with the next item I'm going to show you, because it's something that I was looking for a long time. And as you'll know, I am a big Bowie fan. I have shown a lot of his stuff here before. So this is David Live. This is a live album from 1974. This is recorded recorded in Philadelphia in '74. Very kind of, I think that was his kind of Young Americans period, I think, roughly around the same time that he would have recorded that, and I think roughly around the same time as well when that BBC documentary, that short film Cracked Actor, was recorded. And for anybody who's seen that, it's kind of like he was going through a kind of a weird phase. He was doing a lot of drugs, a lot of cocaine, and it kind of shows a bit. He does have this kind of edgy kind of a look to him, kind of a bit wasted on the cover there. So this is this actually UK or a US pressing. Show you as well. It's got the inner sleeves. It's on the RCA orange label. Again, in really nice condition. I'd like to say I have come across this album before, but where the discs were scratched. So I'm really happy to get one that's, this. I'm really looking forward to playing this, because the discs look, they look perfect. Okay. Now, okay, so that's actually the end of the VCLT and the haul. So it's up to you to guess which ones were from the Earl. I'll show you, just to finish off, I'll just show you 3 more records which I bought in the meantime, which I bought during the week before yesterday, before that big, all those records, before I got all the records I've just shown you. I got them all yesterday when I met with Ben. So I'll just show you 3 more. This is another one which I've been looking to get for a while, to add to my collection. It is really needs no introduction, I suppose. Crazy Horse and Neil Young. Zuma. This is a German pressing, and I think it's probably a reissue. I'm not 100% sure. There's the inner sleeve. Also, and it also has a lyric insert. It's on reprise. I think it possibly maybe a reissue from the 80s or 90s. This is Quincy Jones. This is called Walking in Space. No, I have managed to listen to this one. This is Quincy Jones. It's a UK pressing, originally from 1969 on A&M Records, and it's kind of evocative of the kind of movie soundtracks that he did a lot of in the 60s and early 70s. There's a couple of songs from Hair included in this. It's a fantastic jazz album. I'd highly recommend it, and it plays perfectly for an album that's like 45 years old. It's just barely a crackle. Plays perfectly. There we go. It's Quincy with a rockin' afro on the cover. Now here's another highly interesting. Now this is another record which somebody showed on the VC some time back. I don't know exactly who. But this is Edgar Froese, who is the lead man from Tangerine Dream. This is called Ages. This is a double album which he released in 1978, very much of the kind of Berlin school. The UK pressing on Virgin. I'll just show you the Virgin label. I know you're probably all familiar with it, but it's always worth showing. The kind of twins, conjoined twins, or whatever, two-headed woman. Yeah, so that's actually it. That's the end of my VCLT. I think it's probably run on quite long enough now, so I'll leave it on that for the time being. I'm gonna just say again, a very, very sincere thank you to Jimmy Earl of Suave and to Ben Costello. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.